Hey guys, welcome back to Indian Club. Last time we talked, I was just introducing myself, so it's TJ Ironberry again. I just want to talk about today, we're going to work on some hand-eye coordination. Part of this is through the Kootenai tribes and the Cree tribes. Some of the material that we're going to need today, if you can find any, just some string. I used yarn for a little bit. We got some willow. We'll talk about what we're going to do with that. And if you don't have some of that stuff around, I just use a piece of a paper plate. And of course, with the safety aspect of it, ask first to use the scissors. And as you ask to use the scissors, ask your family to be involved. This is something that we can all do together. And so let's get started. All right, so as we get started, sometimes all you need is go outside. Once you find your string or your yarn, willow works best. And what you want to do most likely is if you can spend a little bit of time soaking this so it starts to get a little more flexible. You can tie it up again with the yarn or the string. What you're looking for is to make a ring out of it. You can use different sizes for it. The more challenging, the smaller the ring, longer the stick, and we'll talk about that. But every time that you make this, you want your string as long as your stick. The more challenging, different ways that you can do it, the better, because you want to be able to compete, whether it's against yourself or not. It's still a game. You want to have fun with it. You can also challenge someone in your family or friends to do that. So as you continue to, like I said, make your willow, you want to round it off. You want to tie it together so it forms a circle. Tie the circle end to the stick, and this is what it would look like back in the day. This would be the Kootenai version right here. They just used, like I said, some sinew to tie it back in the day. The Cree, though, they used bone to make this part. I don't know if it was heavier. They could kind of drill into the bone a little bit with some of their tools, and that's how they created theirs. So, all right. So to get started, once you create it, when you tie the hoop to the stick, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of put it in a swinging motion. You're going to get that momentum going. You're going to try to put the stick through the ring. Now, couple ways, to make it more challenging. How many times can you do it in a row? How many times can you do it with one eye closed? Can you do it with your offhand? Just little different things like that. You can challenge each other to say, if you're doing it at the same time, can you get it done at the same time? So there's multiple different ways you can keep track. This is an indoor activity, it's an outdoor activity. Like I said, with winter coming up, it's something you guys can do as a family together, so we can always continue to get that family time, but still challenge ourselves and still immerse ourselves in the culture. So right here's a couple of them getting ready. We just took them out of the water, letting them dry in their circular formation. This way you can get them ready to tie up as soon as they're done and dried, and then you can start playing. Right, so like we talked about earlier, we're going to talk about using the momentum of the string, so we're just going to kind of start swinging it. And like I said, the object to get the ring over the stick. I mean, it's a real simple game, but it takes a lot of coordination stuff. That's why we're working on the hand-eye coordination. This is my strong hand. I'm using both eyes. Give it a little swing. Not real hard sometimes. Okay, there's 2 in a row. Maybe 3. Let me switch hands and see what that looks like. I'm not very good with my left. Oh, completely off. Momentum going. Now there's one. All right. So maybe I'll try my right hand and maybe a left eye open. That's my dominant eye, but it's still hard to see. Get some sun. Can blame anything. Oh, got it. Okay. Going back to that left hand. Maybe switch eyes again. I can't see anything with this one. It's not my good eye. Oh, I got it though. So that one isn't too hard. Again, we're using a smaller stick, smaller string. So when I change out, again, maybe to get a different one, it's about a 3.5 foot, 4 foot string stick. Same with the string, really small hoop. So your momentum has to be a little bit bigger on this one. If I got the room in here, ooh, nailed it. But I like using my right hand. It's my dominant hand for a reason. Again, make sure you have room if you're using a bigger stick and longer string. You don't want to be poking your buddy or your family. You finally convince them to hang out with you, and then they're going to run away. There we go. So pretty easy on that side, but again, I'm using longer stuff, longer string, smaller hoop. As I showed you earlier, you can use a bigger hoop if you're having a hard time. Maybe you're challenging yourself too much. I don't know, but there's lots of different ways that you can use that hand-eye coordination for hoop and stick. All right, well, that concludes today's Indian Club. I appreciate you guys sticking with us through that. I hope you had some fun and learned something. Again, that hand-eye coordination is something that we continue to utilize in today's age for multiple things, athletics, schoolwork, anything that we can do. So I can't wait to see you guys again. Appreciate you guys staying with us, and we'll see you soon.